Will the House come to order? Mr. Clerk.
Aloha and good afternoon. Today's invocation will be delivered by Representative Bertrand Kobayashi. Will the members who wish to participate please rise?
Please remain seated. Here are 3 short sentences to think about. 1, an elected official is one who gets 51% of the vote cast by 40% of those who register to vote, of 40% of those eligible to vote. Multiply the 3 numbers and you get 8%. Number 2, politics involves the skill use of blunt weapons by the unskilled. And number 3, an election is or should be a bet on the future, not a popularity contest of the past. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Kobayashi. Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Ayu, Mr. Alcos, Ms. Amato, Ms. Bellotti, Mr. Chun, Ms. Cochran, Mr. Ganadin, Mr. Garcia, Mr. Garrett, Mr. Gates, Mr. Hashem, Mr. Hashimoto, Mr. Holt, Ms. Hussey Burdick, Ms. Ichiyama, Mr. Iligan, Ms. Kahaloa, Ms. Capella, Mr. Kila, Ms. Kitagawa, Mr. Kobayashi, Mr. Kong, Ms. Lamosao, Ms. Lowen, Ms. Martin, Ms. Martinez, Mr. Matayoshi, Ms. Matsumoto, Mr. Mizuno, Ms. Morikawa, Ms. Nakamura, Mr. Nakashima, Mr. Nishimoto, Mr. Onishi, Ms. Peruso, Mr. Pirik, Ms. Poepoe, Mr. Quinlan, Mr. Sayama, Ms. Souza, Mr. Takayama, Ms. Takenouchi, Mr. Tam, Mr. Tarnas, Mr. Todd, Mr. Ward, Mr. Woodson, Mr. Yamashita, Mr. Speaker.
Present.
Mr. Speaker, 49 members are present.
Item 2, reading of the Journal, Representative Morikawa.
Mr. Speaker, may this matter be deferred.
So ordered. Item 3, Mr. Clerk, are there any messages from the Governor?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, we are in receipt of message number 522 appointing Luke A. Evslin to the 16th House District. We are in further receipt of message number 523 appointing Trish LaChica to the 37th House District. May these messages be received for immediate action.
So ordered. Will the Sergeant at Arms please escort the appointees to the rostrum for the oath of office? And Chief Justice, could you please proceed with the oaths?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Good morning. Aloha, everyone. It's an honor to be here today to administer the oath to the 2 newest members of the House of Representatives. Would you please raise your right hands and repeat after me? I do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Hawaii, and that I will faithfully discharge my duties as a member of the House of Representatives of the State of Hawaii to the best of my ability. Congratulations to you both. Congratulations.
Before we recess, the Chair would like to introduce some of our special guests who are here with our new representatives. First, from Representative Evslin's family, his wife Solche, and his parents Lee and Monica Evslin. And with Representative LaChica are her husband Cricket and her children Froggy and Ricky. Would the Sergeant at Arms please escort the representatives from the 16th and 37th districts to their seats? Mr. Clerk, are there any further messages from the Governor?
Mr. Speaker, there are none.
Okay, we're on item 4. Mr. Clerk, are there any Senate communications?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, we are in receipt of communications transmitting the noted Senate bills, all having passed third reading in the Senate.
For the motion to pass first reading, Representative Morikawa.
Mr. Speaker, I move that the Senate bills laying on the clerk's desk pass first reading by title.
Representative Garcia.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
All those in favor say aye. All opposed say no. The motion is carried. All right, members, are there any introductions? Representative Quillen.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In the gallery today, we have a former colleague and dear friend, Patrick Pihana Bronco. Welcome to your House of Representatives.
Representative Perrick.
I'd like to introduce Uncle Herman Keli'i. Please rise in the gallery. He is a former classmate and friend for many years.
Representative Morikawa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In the gallery today, we have from the island of Kauai, a newly elected council member who I'd like to say was mentored by me. Welcome Addison Bulo-san to the House of Representatives.
Representative Tam.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It's my honor to introduce my good friend and the Alawana Neighborhood Board Chair, Ms. Kathleen Lee. Welcome to the House of Representatives.
Representative Keela.
Mahalo, Mr. Speaker. In the gallery today, I'd like to recognize my family. I have my dad in the stand, Stephen Keela Jr., my mom, Heidi Keela, my little sister, Jordan Keela, and my middle brother, Corey Keela, along with my staff. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Representative Ward.
Speaker, I have 3 introductions. First, an East West Center colleague, Amy Agbiani. Amy, if you would stand, please. Next to her is a colleague from my district, an activist and former, or if not present, Democratic Party chair. Amy Monk. Amy Agbiani, Amy Monk, and especially the new stand-up comedy of a vintage of this House, and my former sparring partner, the Lieutenant Governor, Sylvia Luke. Welcome to the House of Representatives, Sylvia. Thank you, Speaker.
Representative Hussey Burdick.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Also in the gallery with us today is women's rights advocate Young-hee Overly, next to Amy Monk. And we have another women's rights and health care advocate, Becky Gardner, as well as Democratic Party troublemaker, Bart Dame, and notable upstanding Chinatown community members, Chulan Kwok and Ken Farm. Welcome to your House of Representatives.
Representative Capella.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In the gallery today, we have a friend to all teachers, our HSTA teacher lobbyist, Laverne Moore. Thank you for all you do.
Representative Keela.
Mr. Speaker, may be permitted one more introduction.
Please proceed.
In the gallery today, we have from the office of Mayor Blangiardi from the City and County of Honolulu, Kevin Wong. Mahalo for joining us today in your House of Representatives.
Okay, Representative Ward.
Speaker, may I have a second introduction?
Please proceed.
His name is Lei Ray LaRue, and he's an educated advocate, and he ran for lieutenant governor in the past. Ray, would you stand up, please? Welcome. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Representative Lachika.
Mahalo, Speaker. In the gallery, many names have already been called, but just wanted to introduce my good friend Patrick Bronco, an esteemed former member of the House of Representatives. And then we have also some members, residents from my district, my former colleagues from Aloha Care, Paula Arsena and CJ Johnson, and also my colleagues from the Hawaii Public Health Institute, Jalen Murakami, Scott Stenserud, my colleague from the Mayor's Office, Ray LaRue, for Young Dems, and anyone else who came here to help me celebrate. Mahalo for being here. Welcome to your House of Representatives.
Representative Evslin.
Thank you, Speaker. I'd like to welcome in the gallery today my brother Noah Evslin and his wife Jen Evslin. And also my close friend and business partner, Keizo Gates.
Representative Lachika.
Thank you, Speaker. Saving the last for the best is my, it's also going to be her first day today, is our Legislative Office Manager, Shirley Yamauchi. Please help welcome her to our House of Representatives. Thank you.
Representative Kahaloa.
One more introduction, Mr. Speaker. I think I see a schoolmate of mine, Jonathan Ching from Kaiser Permanente. Welcome to your House of Representatives.
Representative Hashimoto.
Thank you, Speaker. Just wanted to introduce in the gallery two young Dems, Cameron Deptula, Julian Juarez. Right there, welcome to your House of Representatives.
All right, members, are there Representative Lachika?
Thank you so much, Speaker. I just saw my auntie in the back, but I'd like to please introduce my auntie, Miss Margot Adair. Hello. And then also, just walking in are my constituents and longtime 40-year residents of Mililani Town, Marian and Richard Poirier. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Representative Iligan.
Thank you, Speaker. On the gallery, I want to introduce a friend and a former cherry queen blossom. I can't even say it. It's been a while. But I just want to introduce Sherry and her co-worker, Kaleo. They work over at Lieutenant Governor's office. Thank you.
All right, members, are there further introductions? Okay, if not, the chair will be calling a recess to allow the members to congratulate our newly sworn-in representatives. Recess. Will the House come to order? Members, we're on page 1, item 5. We'll start off with a motion to recommit short form bills. Representative Nakamura.
Mr. Speaker, I move to adopt Standing Committee Report numbers 778 through 780 as listed on pages 1 and 2, and that the accompanying House bills as amended be recommitted to the Committee on Finance.
Representative Morikawa.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
Right, members, is there any discussion on these SCR 778, 779, 780? If not, all those in favor say aye. All opposed say no. The motion is carried. Representative Nakamura.
Mr. Speaker, I move to adopt Standing Committee Reports number 781 and 782 as listed on page 2, and that the accompanying House bills as amended pass second reading and be placed on the calendar for third reading.
Representative Morikawa.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
Is there any discussion, members, beginning with SCR 781? Representative Garcia.
In opposition, Mr. Speaker.
Please proceed.
Thank you. This bill, House Bill 132, proposes to remove hand-counting paper ballots in the audit process. For audit purposes and to ensure that there is integrity in the election process, it's essential that we preserve paper ballots in the audit process. And I do want to thank the Kauai County Council for passing Resolution 2023-21 opposing this bill, because it is a bad bill. And right now, the legislature has such low ratings of approval, and it's stuff like this which adds to that and why there's so much distrust from the public. So, no vote. Thank you.
Representative Perrick.
No, please.
So ordered. Representative Matsumoto.
Reservations.
So ordered. Representative Ward.
No vote, please.
So ordered.
Reservations.
Reservations. Further discussion, members? If not, 782. Representative Ward.
Speaker, in support, and I would like to thank the Judiciary Chair for bringing this ethics issue forward, and I would request further remarks into the journal, please.
So ordered.
Thank you.
So further discussion. Okay, if not, we'll be taking a voice vote, members. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say no. The motion is carried. We have a motion to suspend the rules. Representative Morikawa.
Mr. Speaker, I move to suspend the rules of the House in order to consider certain House bills for third reading by consent calendar.
Representative Garcia.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
Okay, members, is there any discussion? If not, we'll take a voice vote. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say no. The motion is carried. Representative Nakamura.
Mr. Speaker, I move to adopt Standing Committee Reports number 783 as listed on page 2, and that the accompanying House bill pass third reading.
Representative Morikawa.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
Is there any discussion, members, on 783? Okay, if not, we'll take the vote. Representative Morikawa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. On the measures before us, all majority members vote aye.
Representative Garcia.
On the measures before us, all minority members vote aye.
All right, members, have all votes been cast? If so, said House bill passes third reading. Members, on page 3, could you please note the 48-hour notice for SCR number 784, House Bill number 542. On item 6, third reading, Representative Nakamura.
Mr. Speaker, I move that the House bills listed on page 3 pass third reading.
Representative Morikawa. All
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
right, members, is there any discussion beginning with HB number 136? HB number 1514. Any discussion? Okay, if not, we'll take the vote. Representative Morikawa.
Mr. Speaker, on the measures before us, all majority members vote aye.
Representative Garcia.
Mr. Speaker, on the measures before us, all minority members vote aye.
All right, members, have all votes been cast? If so, said measures pass third reading. Item 7, introduction of resolutions. Members, please note the 24-hour notice for House Resolution number 16. In addition, House Resolution number 17 is deferred one legislative day. Mr. Clerk, are there further resolutions for action?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, we have for action House Resolution number 18 relating to the committee assignments of the House of Representatives of the 32nd Legislature. This resolution is offered by Representative Nakamura.
Representative Nakamura.
Mr. Speaker, I move to adopt House Resolution number 18.
Representative Morikawa.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
Is there any discussion? If not, we'll take a voice vote. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say no. HR number 18 is adopted. Mr. Clerk, are there further resolutions for action?
Mr. Speaker, there are no further resolutions for action. May all others be referred to print.
So ordered. Item 8, members, are there any announcements? Representative Perrick.
Mr. Speaker, I'd like to share with the members that we have a fellowship luncheon tomorrow after the legislative session on the 4th floor in room 423. Everyone's invited.
Okay, thank you. Are there further announcements? Representative Holt.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. On behalf of the Native Hawaiian Caucus, the Senate honored Aha Punana Leo for their 40 years of revitalizing Olelo, Hawaii. And we weren't able to have the presentation, but they are here, and we are having lunch in room 16. And we are going to have picture taking. I was just confirming they're waiting on us. So we're going to have picture taking if the Hawaiian Caucus members can make it out in front of the Liliu Okalani statue immediately following session. Thank you.
Are there further announcements? If not, for the motion to adjourn, Representative Morikawa.
Mr. Speaker, I move that this House stand adjourned until 12 o'clock noon tomorrow.
Representative Garcia.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
All those in favor say aye. All opposed say no. The motion is carried. The House stands adjourned until 12 noon tomorrow.